Hello, hello! Welcome on in, everybody. So, the frustrations of a late start, am I right? And it's kind of been consistent lately, and I feel quite bad. Today's excuse is oh no. Oh no, problems already, are you kidding me? My controller isn't working. Let's see if we can fix this. Okay, there we go. Easy unplug, plug back in. So my excuse today is that I was doing errands with the girlfriend. We were getting some stuff for dinner tonight. She's off, which she usually isn't off on Wednesdays. But, you know, it's like, if she's off, why stream whenever I can spend time with her? So there's that, and the fact that we went to go and get some stuff together. So, yeah, that is one of the reasons why. Also, when I got home, it was like 1:40, so I was like, oh, come on. I had a print going last night that I've been, we have been in a rush all day, too. We've been in a rush all day. So, compound that with everything going on, and it's just, I'm finally able to sit down for an hour and get some gaming in. No Cyber Sleuth today. I don't want to get into that whenever, like, all this is going on. So, what I'm doing is I'm going to do this stream today. And then tomorrow, I'm thinking if I'm feeling up for it, I'm going to try to do some mini painting on stream tomorrow. Maybe. Maybe. We'll see. As far as what we're going to do right now, let me take a look, actually. I don't remember what name was redeemed last time, but if we do have a name that's currently in the cooking in the incubator, so to speak, we'll use that. Let's see. We have a name the NPC, maybe. No, I don't see it. Okay. So, since we don't have a name, I'm just gonna go Richard. Richard seems kind of funny. And then if another name happens to be redeemed in the future, we'll roll with that. And as far as who we're gonna run solo, well, we got, we finished Monmon and Kotamon already. I'm thinking we could maybe squeak in a Agumon run if we're really, really lucky and maybe do really well with that. That is possible. He does have Soul Charge. Guilmon, we failed. We've attempted Agumon and failed, Patamon and failed, Renamon and failed. I don't think we've done Agumon though yet. So, yo, Hoshi! I did get your message, I just haven't had a chance to look at it yet, okay? I promise whenever I do have time to sit down and relax, I'll look through it and I will have some answers for you. I don't even remember if I responded or not. Probably not. I don't know, man. I'm losing my shit. Since you're first, though, who do you want this run to be about? I'll let you pick between Renamon, Patamon, Agumon, Renamon, or Guilmon. I'm not going to do Vmon until I finish a run with everybody. Thank you. I appreciate the patience. I know that it's there. It's just like, I've done so many things in the past couple of days. Over the weekend, there was Mother's Day and Gabby's birthday together, and that was crazy enough to go through. And I think maybe it'll start cooling down. Yo, Teal Marvel, welcome in. So yeah, what do you guys want to see? It is a lot. Oh my goodness. And then I don't even remember what I did on Monday. I know that I went to the gym. I did my couple of streams. Renamon? Okay, we can do Renamon. Renamon is absolutely a tough start, but it's manageable. So we just got to sit here and let Kotamon die. I actually made it as far as... Where did we get to with Renamon? We might have gotten to west sector, I think, whenever I ran with Renamon last time. We made it pretty far, but I got to possibly Metal Mamemon. That seems to be... Or not Metal Mamemon, just Mamemon. Mamemon's paralysis is rough to deal with. And being a caster character who's good with only Thunder, which is, you know, Mamemon's strength. And then, well, Machine as well, but... I don't have a lot of wiggle room with what skills I can use, being that I'm only using inline Digimon. So, that's where the challenge is. Soup! Yo, Tenkai, how's it going? I'm also in a little bit of a rush to actually hurry up and get to things. It's 2 o'clock and I have an hour. I have an hour before work. So, the more I can get in this hour, the better. So, I am going to hurry. Like... Have you ever seen Initial D whenever they're just, like, drifting as fast as they can in those, whatever cars they have? Yeah, that's gonna be me today. Don't mind the lurkiness. Actually, in the middle of a date, yo. Nice. Get it? I'm rooting for you, man. Have fun. What... I mean, if you don't mind sharing, what kind of date are we looking at? Just about to sleep. I actually slept pretty good last night, despite the fact that I woke up seemingly like 3 to 4 times. I don't even know what times I woke up, but each and every time I just closed my eyes and I was like, yeah, I do not want to join the land of the living just yet. I am having fun in my sheets. Not that kind of fun. Midnight. It is currently 2 p.m. here right now, so there's plenty enough daytime left, but it feels like it's just all gone by. I really haven't done much today either. I walked my girlfriend's mom's dogs a little bit. I maybe got just about a mile in, and then shortly after, I went to the store. We picked up some stuff for chicken rigatonis tonight, which is basically, I don't know if you're familiar with this dish, but it's chicken with rigatoni pasta, and Gabby makes a homemade pasta sauce with like tomato basil, which is really good, and cheese. And I cannot wait to have that later. But we went to the store, picked some stuff up for that, and yeah, that's the long and short of how my day has been. I gotta remain focused. I don't want to accidentally use up some of these, well, I don't want to attack on accident, is the thing. Because this won't be a full solo run if I don't let Kotamon die. Nope, no potato run today. This is actually going to be a Renamon run, per Hoshi's request. We did pretty okay with Renamon last time. I just need to be a little bit smarter with how I can handle how I'm not only training, but also how I'm progressing. I don't want to run into something that I can't handle and end up getting got. And we can avoid that. We can avoid that if we play smart. Yeah, yellow potato run. That's it. This is like... This is the sweet potato run, okay? There's a little... that title beforehand, that sweet title, means that she's a little bit better than a potato. Though, in my opinion, I hate sweet potatoes. I like salt potatoes better. Yeah, I won. That means we're doing good so far. So what I want to do now, I think, is I want to grind to level 3, maybe? Maybe get a little bit of an increase with my... Well, no, I should probably grind to level 5 so I can get Agumon sooner than later. I think that's the plan. First, get to level 3, get a little bit more HP. That way I can maybe tank a Vegemon attack. And then at that point, I'm going to grind to level 5 once I can grind some Vegemons and Betamons. And then from there, grind to level 5. After we grind to 5, we're going to move on and get our first move. I think it's going to be Thunder Blow or Ice Blow, one of the two. That'll allow us to hopefully grind up a little bit more. I'm aiming we take on Pheromon at level, I don't know, 9, 10? That'll be probably the plan. Level 9 or 10, we'll be able to take on Pheromon and then win. And I can tell you now, Pheromon, definitely a good starter measure of skill. After Pheromon, I think immediately we should be able to take on Master Tyrannomon. If we line it up well enough, we'll be able to time a Blastage Evolution. And that should give us the victory we need. See, I'm already in the planning stages of this. And that's just me postulating, coming up with ideas of what I could do to bring this run to a success. And a good start would probably be to get as many items as I can. Healing items, that is. So, let's load up with 20 power charges to start off with. We're going to be able to grind for some money, so I'm not going to worry about buying other healing items. And let's see what we can get from Gargamon's armory. Excuse me. Well, she can wield a dagger, the bamboo spear. I know that we get a bandana and a buckler on the way. So I'm not going to bother getting any of those. The ribbon does seem good for Renamon, but I think it may be better to grab 2 daggers for... No. 2 bamboo spears. It's cheaper, and we can wield both. And that'll be our start for now. My entire room smells like a hospital right now because as I started stream, when I got home, I cleaned the 3D print. So when you clean the 3D print, what you do is you take the resin prints off of the build plate, and it's still like soaked in toxic resin. Sludge, if you will. So what the idea is, you take a bin full of isopropyl alcohol. I usually use like 91% or higher, and I will clean it in that. You switch it around for like 3 to 5 minutes, depending on what the print is. Like if it's a print that doesn't have any holes and isn't hollow, like solid all the way through, I'll switch it in there for like 3 minutes. If it does have holes, I'll give it 5 just to let it run through and clean it thoroughly. But that alcohol smell is strong and it lingers a bit. That's why I got the window open pretty much all the time. Not all the windows in the house, but we got a good number of them open. And of course, today is also the coldest day of the week. I was not expecting that when I went on my run today. It was like 40 degrees when yesterday was like 70. So I was in for a fucking shock. Nah, what are we gnawing about? What are we gnawing on, Yoshi? Do we have ourselves a bone that we're just gnawing on? Going full Cubone here. Actually, I don't think Cubone gnaws on a bone. I know he's got one. Well, he's got multiple. He's got his mother's skull up top his head. Poor guy. Mother Marowak. I know less about Pokemon nowadays than I do Digimon, which makes sense. I primarily focus on Digimon games, so it would make sense that that would be true. But yeah, how's everybody doing though? I know it's been since Monday since we streamed. You know, we did some Divinity then, and then yesterday I did not stream, but I was over on Aribun's channel. We were playing Divinity again over there, made a little bit more progress. I'm going to be posting that all to the YouTube channel whenever all of the VODs are collected. I might actually post one at a time because it's a tactician mode playthrough. And we're kind of, we're using our thinkers a little bit more than usual. Probably more so than we do in D&D, really. Oh, man. Why are we not getting into combat? Here's your fattest chance ever to get KOTOR for free on your phone. What kind of phone do you have? I know that KOTOR is a pretty good game, though. I want to get some more games on my phone. Android. Makes sense. iPhone doesn't offer free shit, like, ever, so I was like, man, I should probably pay attention, but yeah. I know that KOTOR is like one of the greatest BioWare RPGs made. In my opinion, the best BioWare RPG, and probably the best RPG I have played to date, is Neverwinter Nights 2. I want to sit down and play through that game on stream sometime, but I don't know how bored people would be of that. Like, I don't want to run a poll every 2 seconds on dialogue choices. But I do kind of want to, I don't know, maybe include, like, some serious decisions with chat. Have chat build a character and then go from there. That seems kind of cool. I don't know, that's something to get into eventually. Probably after I beat Cyber Sleuth, I'll be doing Hacker's Memory for sure. And then I kind of want to play some of the Persona games in the middle of doing some, like, Digimon World Next Order or something like that, you know? So we'll see. We'll see what the channel has in store for us as time goes on. I also probably shouldn't try to rush things, because that will get me killed. That'll get me killed sooner than later. Tell you what, I am thankful for the fact that Renamon does have a lot of MP, which lets me get a little bit spammy with Diamond Storms for a while. It makes the early grind a little bit more bearable. Now, if you're new to what's going on, a solo hardcore is where we will play with one Digimon and one Digimon only. If any other Digimon enters combat, that is the end of the run. You know, I think I'm going to start with speed. Speed's kind of important. Overall important for the run in general. And definitely the best stat in the game. Anyways, if we die, we lose and we have to reset from the beginning. Oh my god, this training is so good! Yo! That is what we need! 116 speed at level 3. We're going to be evading left and right when we get to Pheromon. That's so good. Anyways, can't get any more because it's made for an older version of Android? That is stinky. That is very stinky. Anyways, if we die, we lose. The next major rule is that we have to stay within that Digimon's line. So, for example, if we've got Renamon, we can only use Renamon, Kyubimon, Taomon, and Sakuyamon. Which the game is really hard whenever you don't have any MP skills to use. I'm going to actually heal so we don't die against Akunamon. That would be very, very stinky. Anyways, the next major rule is that we cannot use the item counter crest. If you've been around the channel for a while and know a bit about this game, or you're a newcomer, either way, counter crest is an item that you can put on as an accessory. And that will let you counter attacks, basically for free. And that does a lot of damage when you counter. We cannot use that, because that would make the run very easy. And then, let me see, are there any other rules to take into account? I don't think so. If you type in !rules, if you are interested, you'll be able to see the rules there. Let me actually include that in the title, because I forget to do that all the time. And I understand, Yoshi. I really do understand. There have been a lot of Steam, like, free shit going on sale there, that I have missed. And thankfully, a good number of the times, I have had friends... Well, when I started actually making friends, tell me that this stuff is available. But there have been a lot of moments where I've missed some really good games for free. And I've really wanted to play those, but then they go right back up to $30. I'm like, no, thank you. I don't want to spend that much money on a game that was just offered for free. I think the best free game that I have added to my Steam library to this date was probably Left 4 Dead 2. I remember when that dropped for free, and I was like, yeah, I'm yoink. I'm taking this. I'm taking this immediately so I can play with friends. And yet, I still have 0 hours on that because, well, the time of gaming has kind of passed. I don't have time to really do much gaming with friends anymore. And a couple of things. Can you use the D&D character redeem one last time? Like what we did whenever I first started the channel, the NPCs? I will say yes, but not today. I have 45 minutes to stream right now. And because of that, I don't want to switch and make a character that probably will take 15 to 30 minutes to do, and then go back and only have like 15 minutes to play more Digimon. But I'll open it tomorrow if I do stream, and if I'm not streaming tomorrow, then I will open it on Friday, and I'll let you do that. I plan on starting by noon, hopefully. And that's a big hopefully right there. God, tomorrow's going to be busy too. I got to get up bright and early to go to the gym, so I can have time to do everything I want. I want to clean the house because D&D is tomorrow. I want to figure out what we're doing for dinner, which is going to take a hot minute. Actually have time to cook dinner. And then maybe get some painting done and prep. The perks of being a busy man. You never have time to do shit anymore, and that's just how it feels day in, day out. Ugh. I'm done complaining. I'm sorry for being so negative right out the gate. I'm actually having a pretty good day otherwise. Finn's having a good day too. He's barking at everything outside. I've got mad respect for him. 140 damage. I love that. I hope Vegemon doesn't do so much damage as he's gonna fuck us up every time he hits. 168? I don't like that. I hope he doesn't evade this, because I don't think we can handle Vegemon right now, actually. Oh, thank God. If he's gonna hit us with 168 per hit, like, we need defense. We desperately need defense. That 4th level's handy. It's gonna give us a little bit more HP. I still don't know if that's gonna be enough to handle a Vegemon. We'll see. We'll stick around a little bit longer. Actually, no. Better idea. Let's go fight Gizamon in South Beach. I'm pretty sure that's not the name, but Shell Beach. Yeah, that's the name. That's the name I'm looking for. My brain wants to call it South Beach because it's to the south. You know, that makes sense. Alright. Down here we'll be able to fight Gizamon, and that'll be a decent amount of XP and maybe not kill us in one hit. One crit from a Vegemon would be curtains. It would be curtains for the run. We definitely don't need that. Now, one additional thing I can go ahead and do is maybe go and grab some, ooh, one-hit kill, too. Love that. What are my rules for rolling for stats as a DM? You use this rule where if your stat is below a 10, you get to re-roll it. I have a too low rule. We usually do 4d6, drop the lowest. And then from there, if it's too low, I will go and I will say, okay, yeah, re-roll that. And then there's that. Now, one thing I kind of want to try to do is something that I had seen on YouTube before, where the whole entire group will roll a, let's say 4 people in the group will roll a d6, and then that roll gets added up. You know, it'll be the same thing, 46 drop the lowest. That roll will be added up, and it will be set into a standard array. And then everybody will use the standard array. 60-20. Interesting. That is not something I would do, personally. I'm just used to being a grognard who says, okay, yeah, let's do the 46 thing. You know, so just what we've always done. But I do like the idea of having everyone roll added up, put it into a standard array afterwards, and then you assign that to your skills. That way everybody still gets to roll, but everybody's still on the same page with how their skills, well, their stats are aligned. Not only is it fair, but it's balanced. If everybody sucks, everybody sucks. If everybody's good, everybody's good. And then from there, it's up to the Dungeon Master to be smart and figure out how they want to balance encounters going forward. It's all a probability thing. No, I'm not going to be sitting here telling everybody about math because, I'll be honest, I'm not the greatest mathematician in the world. But that said, with how probability does work, I'm pretty sure you'll have a better chance to get a better spread on the D6s than D20s. Because the D20 has more sides. That's the only reason why. Oh no, Gizamon evaded my attack. What am I going to do? Well, it's a good thing I leveled speed because Renamon has high speed too. I just have a theory that in this game, if the enemy evades, there's a chance that you will evade at the same time as well. I haven't tested this theory, but I know that as a kid growing up playing this game, that has actually happened a lot where I will attack an enemy, they will evade, and then I'll evade shortly after. Now, that I know it's all RNG, but like, that's happened more times than I can count. So let's digivolve into Agumon, who's got a fairly decent stat. And I think I want to level defense. I kind of want to focus defense, spirit, and speed and wisdom. I don't want to do as much into wisdom, though. The reason being is because I'll get more mileage, I think, leveling up my spirit and speed. But we desperately need defense. We're taking a lot of damage and that does not feel good. Another question is, do you think it is cheating if someone changes any equipment or spells they might have before the character is introduced to a campaign? If it's ran by the DM, I don't think it's cheating. Because if you have the gold for it, and like, so it depends. Say you have a certain amount of starting gold, and you spend X amount on something, and you're like, I don't want this thing. You can take that back, and then get another thing. There's absolutely nothing wrong with that. Same thing with spells. But once you introduce the character into a campaign and you have selected these spells, abilities, whatever have you, then at that point, if you want to change it, bring that up to the DM, and the DM can either give you a short side quest to change it in-game properly, whatever have you, because we're human, we change our minds. That's allowed. So yeah. I definitely allow for that flexibility, provided a player will come up and be like, okay, yeah, I kind of don't want to do this, or I don't want to have this. Can we work something out? Because at the end of the day, you want to have a fun game for your players. You want them to have fun. You want them to be playing what they want to play. And I don't see an issue with that. it is perfectly reasonable for them to be like, okay, yeah, I changed my mind. And you also want to, as a DM for me, you want to maintain this sense of, I can't think of the word, verisimilitude, that's the word I'm thinking of, which gives this, like, sort of, realism to the players. The world is real, and you have to do things in order to accomplish something that you want to accomplish. So whether that be going to a wizard, making a wish, learning new skills from somebody, yeah, that's what I do. Just had a good neck crack right there. He wasn't really sure because for Litnu Vakma, you changed his force powers around. He thought it wouldn't be considered cheating because he's for a campaign that could be a year from now. The Star Wars campaign isn't happening soon. It's happening after Cryptic. Yeah, in that case, there's no problem with that. Just send up the new draft to your DM, and then, I mean, I'm going to say there's a 99.9% chance that he's going to be like, okay, yeah, that's fine. That's fine. And like a 0.01% chance that he's like, no, this is cheating, this is unfair, you can't change it even though it's a year ahead. Like, that, I don't know, for me that just sounds unreasonable. I'm also a fan of, there's a lot of problems that can be solved at a D&D table from just talking to the DM and talking to everybody else. Communication is always key. Yo, Dutch Daddy Does, welcome on in. We're doing Digimon World 3 Hardcore Solo with Renamon. I wish I could format that a little bit better, but that is the basic synopsis. Welcome on in. I hope all is well with you, as I will tell you now, I've got about 35 more minutes of solid gameplay here before I have to call it. Shorter stream than usual, I know, but that's kind of how the cookie crumbled today. I will need a lot of luck with this challenge. Oh my god. With Renamon, it's pain. With Patamon, it's also pain. With well, all the other Digimon that I've completed the run with, Mon, and Kotamon respectively, or no, it'd be the other way around, Kotamon and Mon respectively. Either way, I was able to complete it with some challenge with those ones. This one's a little bit more difficult because Renamon is like a potato plus, while Patamon is just a potato. Do I smell of the bad? Look deep in your heart, Tugboat, and you will know the answer. I like that. I like that a lot. Let me scroll up real quick. Yoshi, I know you said something. You want to know something funny? You decided to give your character one light side force power. Interesting. I don't know how the Star Wars RPG works to really, like, understand light, dark powers. I thought it was, like, one or the other. But, I mean, if it allows you to do that in the system, by all means, go for it. Okay, so we got a little bit of armor. Not much. Right now, we're actually on our way to Sirius City. I want to try and get Renamon up to level, like, 8, while Cubimon is in level 5. I want to start slinging spells. I am going to do it with all of them. I'm going to do it with all of them, and I'm going to post all of it to YouTube to show that, hey, it is possible to do this shit. Because, you know, people do Nuzlockes all the time in Pokemon, right? Or other challenge runs. So, you know, if I could say I'm the motherfucker who did this first and recorded it online, hell yeah. If someone beats me to it, also hell yeah. Guess what? I'll do it with a speed run next. And if that's the case, I'll keep on imposing difficult challenges here and there and just give me infinite content with the game that I love the most. Because I don't know, man. A casual run just doesn't satisfy that itch anymore. This right here, playing the game like this and actually doing as much content as I can, hardcore solo, it feels good. It entertains my brain in a very nice way. Yo, Miner, how's it going, man? It is the best Digimon game, hands down. No cap whatsoever. God damn it. I think I should invest in armor, actually. Let's buy some cat ears for the Renamon. Let's also buy a, actually, yeah. Let's buy a gym suit. More charisma. Better chance to get into the place I want to get in. Busy, 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 you know how it is. That is the same way with me, dude. The busyness never ends, and it's pain. I am doing well. Actually, I'm doing so well. I want everybody else to help me out with something here real quick. Go and give my friend Miner5th a follow, because he streams on Twitch every once in a while as well. I'd appreciate that, because he is a good local friend of mine. Well, reasonably local, as in, he's just about a state away. But still, a good friend. Him and I go way back, and if you give him a follow, then you guys are more than just goody peepees. You guys are erect goody peepees. What's better than just a peepee than a peepee that is good and stands? I will stop with that euphemism. We're done. We're done with that. I don't want to get hit by the smooth criminal that is known as Twitch.tv. And not like the Atlantic. I will cross the Atlantic to see you, my dude. You can use light side force powers and... Holy shit! Oh my goodness. Mr. Seawing, thank you so much for the raid, my friend. Let me see if I can give you a shout out here.
Die, monster.
Oh my goodness.
You don't belong in this world.
Oh my goodness. Welcome on in, Raiders. How's it going? We're playing Digimon World 3 Hardcore Solo with...
Die, monster. You don't belong in this world.
I'll let this play before I go on my rant. Oh my god, thanks for the follows, everybody.
Die, monster. You don't belong in this world.
Oh my goodness. Why isn't it Dynamite, Andy, Ricky J? Thank you guys for the follows. Seawing Raid. But yeah, we're playing Digimon World 3 Hardcore Solo, and what we're doing is we are trying to progress and not die. If you type in !rules, it'll give you the full in-depth layout of the rules. But basically, we can only use one Digimon, which in this case is Renamon. If Renamon dies, that is the end of the run, and we have to start over. After that, there's also the fact that we can only use the Renamon line. So Renamon, Kyubimon, Taomon, and Sakuyamon. And on top of that, we cannot use Counter Crest, which would make the entire run way too easy. So, yeah, welcome on in, everybody. And also, Miner, thank you so much for the resubscription. I appreciate that a ton. I don't know why nothing played. That might be something that I have to go and check out later. But... yeah, welcome on in, Raiders. I hope all is well. I am TreyHawk82. I play a metric shitload of Digimon games. I paint miniatures on stream. Kimahiri, no sphere grid for FF10. I haven't played FF10, but I'm also unfamiliar with any of what you just said. So, yeah, it is, in short, me futzing around trying not to die. And right now, our struggle is we need to get Kyubimon up to level 5. That way we can at least use some magic skills. We're level 3 right now, so we need to just have her bash her head against a whole bunch of other Digimon until we get what we want. And I think the best place to actually do that... let's see if we can handle a Dokugumon. If we can't, I'm going to run out of there really fast. If not, well, I can also fight Goburimon deeper into this area here. But yeah, Mr. Seeming, how did things go? What were you playing? Gotta look for now, need to fix dinner. Oh my god, I smell our dinner downstairs and it smells good. You were playing at your channel. So yeah, it didn't tell me what you were playing. I'm guessing World 1. I wasn't able to hop in today and see Tyrannomon. I don't know if you played that. Trying to get all the medals again? Gotcha. Yeah, I told you I was gonna be popping in, but not only did I wake up late, but it's been a busy day today. But yeah, have a good dinner. And thank you for the lurk. I appreciate that. And thank you so much for the raid. I'm glad your stream went well. Your works are going to head out. Want to stop by and say hello. Thank you for stopping by and saying hello. Thank you for the resub miner. I hope all goes well. And again, if you would do me a favor as well, I'm going to shout you out one more time. Go and follow Miner5th. He's a small streamer who I'm trying to help get to affiliate quite badly. Go and give him a follow. I'd really appreciate that. Oh, cool. So I'll be able to see it tomorrow if you're streaming. Awesome. Awesome, awesome. That excites me because I love watching Renamon do his explodey thingies. And I really want to see that. I might watch it from the gym, actually, if I'm able to. I'll grab my AirPods. I'll be on the bike. And I'll be watching you just blow fire at random Numamons, and I don't know what you can fight in those games, but I'm assuming it's all the OGs, so like Shellmons, Koelamons, you name it, Goburimons, of course. You know, you gotta cull the weak sometimes, and that's what we're trying to do if I can find one. And yeah, no worries, and I appreciate all the support from everybody. I really do. All the follows, resubs, subs, raids. Oh my goodness. It flusters me. It flusters me every time. You're allowed to use light force powers, you're just not proficient with them. Not that it matters because you have a +5 for force powers. I think I understand. It's got to run similar to like how D&D works with proficiencies. As you gain levels or even like gain certain training in those abilities, you'll be able to use them a little bit better. That is my assumption. Before we fight Pheromon, and I think I can squeak in the Pheromon fight and Master Tyrannomon before I have to stop streaming. I'm going to go and train. And as for what I'm going to train, I want to do a little bit more damage, so we're going to try to raise our spirit. Excuse me. God. I'm so sorry for that. That's all the water I'm drinking. You're proficient in Universal and Dark. Universal force powers. Well, I'd imagine that's like your force pushes and your force pulls. That is my sage insight, if you will. I don't even know what would count as a light force power. I just know that there's the differences. I know Dark Side would definitely be like your force chokes and force lightnings. But I'm not as involved in Star Wars as I used to be. Lord of the Rings is where it's at. I think the last time I watched Star Wars was probably before I graduated college 2 or 3 years ago. 3 years ago at this point. Wow, I'm dumb. No, it'd be 2 years ago. I graduated in 2021, I think. See, as time goes on, I lose track of things, and I don't remember what I did. I barely remember what I had for dinner last night. It wasn't pork chops. We had chicken. We had chicken last night. I'm surprised I remembered that. No, Renamon, come on, wake up. Okay. I would have rather gotten the 4 in a row there, but unfortunately, that was not the case. Let's make our way to the inn in the forest, and we will heal up, and then we will... Maybe it's a better idea to go and buy stuff first. I don't know. I can afford a little bit. I want to definitely get some poison removal. I think they're just called antidotes in this game. I need to get some of those because Pheromon can poison us and very well end our career. And maybe get some more buffs. I want to maybe get some mock plugs and defense plugs. Not defense, guard plugs. The name of things will come to me as I play. I do love this game, but like, I will use synonymous words because it makes sense to. Guard is much more succinct than defense, though. Rolls off the tongue a little bit easier. Oh my. Wizardmon will sell us what we need. What do you got, Wizardmon? I know that the antidotes are pretty cheap. Yeah, that's what we're talking about. Let's grab... I think maybe 5 is all we need. And I can afford 2 mock plugs. Everything is so expensive in the early game because you're making barely any money from battles. And even if you do, it's all so costly. The only thing that's reasonably cheap is probably the power plugs that let you heal 500. Even then, they'll only get me so far in a fight that is a ping-pong battle. And that's how I think Pheromon is going to go. It'll be a back and forth of hoping and praying Renamon can evade and actually get a Thunderbolt off. You still kept Shock. That's a given dark power. Universal Force powers can be used by anybody on either side. Okay. That makes sense. Because, like, why wouldn't Darth Vader be able to force push and force pull anybody at a whim? He is allowed to do more because he's motherfucking Darth Vader. That's how it works. I already got my work email for the day. It doesn't seem to be terribly busy. Ugh. Thankfully, I've got about 20 minutes left. I don't know if I'll be able to fight Master Tyrannomon. We might get lucky enough to. If so, I definitely need my Ice Bolt by then. That's probably not what it's called, but it'll be handy to have because I know that most, if not all, of the dinosaurs are weak to ice-based abilities, which kind of makes the beginning of the game more manageable. You also run into Bulbmon, who is weak to thunder, which is also kind of nifty because you have your thunder abilities, which progressively do get stronger. I don't know what we're going to have by the time we get to him. Probably a lot at this rate because we're running into a Digimon every 2 steps. Come on, evade. Damn. I'm nearly out of water. Nearly out of water. I swear to God, if it's another... Okay. If it was another Agumon, you're going to go with the approach of dual-wield lightsaber, but you just gave yourself the one. I think showing finesse with 1 is cool. I mean, I get the idea of dual-wielding. Dual-wielding is cool. Actually, out of all of the different, like, lightsaber setups is Darth Maul's Twin Blade. I've always loved the idea of twin blades, and actually recently I painted up a Dark Elf miniature who's got a dual blade glaive, and that was so fun to paint up. Of course. Of course. Gotta follow in the footsteps of Mace motherfucking Windu. It makes so much sense. Okay, a well-timed Thunderbolt. I can't wait to have a little bit more of a challenge. I want to fight, actually, why did I use Thunderbolt right there? That was actually probably stupid. That was actually probably stupid because, I need to conserve the MP for Protocol Ruins. I'm gonna go in as is, we should be fine. Just like, I can't be using my MP against Kunamons and Kuagumons. You embraced the darkness when fighting the Sith Empire centuries ago. I mean, that's a way to go about it. You go from fighting them to being like, yeah, all of this death and sickness and poverty and war. Let's just embrace it and take our anger out on everybody else. Metalgreymon is probably going to be our most consistent enemy here. And because we have Thunderbolt, it should be easy enough to take him down. Oh no! We almost do enough damage. But almost only counts in horseshoes and hand grenades. This fucker hurts 140 damage. And then I'd probably know why. I haven't seen the message yet. I know that you sent them to me. I really haven't been on Discord that much. I really have not. The only times I actually go and check it right now, because I've been so busy, is just when I post the go live. I didn't even go and plug all of my usual locations too when I went live. I kind of just went through and picked out like 3 or 4 and just notified the people who I do participate in their Discords mostly and said, hey, I'm doing the thing. Oh man. I don't want to harp on it too much because I talked about it all on stream whenever we started, but like the busyness life, it's killer. It is absolutely killer. Oh man, I don't think we'll be able to handle Pheromon with such low HP. I want to challenge him. I want to challenge him really bad, but I think he's going to fuck us up. So let's go run around a little bit. We'll grind a couple of levels. I think level 9 is what we need to shoot for. No more, no less. Actually, in this case, a little bit more would be helpful. But I just really felt like referencing Monty Python right there. Also, there's the fact that we just... Renamon doesn't know how to evade. It would help so much to have a little bit more speed. Preferably the 200s if I'm going to actually challenge Master Tyranno. And it's possible. It is absolutely possible to get to that point. So let's wait till we're level 9. Coincidentally, he does look like Anakin if he were missing an eye and a Sith pure blood. Now, don't go panicking just because you see sand and your name is Anakin. Because I don't know if you knew this about sand. Fun fact. It's coarse and rough and it gets everywhere. Okay, we're level 8, which is good. We got 609 HP, which isn't great. I think by this point, with Monmon and Kotamon, I had like upwards towards 1,000, which made those fights a lot more bearable. Thankfully, the grind will be a little bit easier because now that we have our Thunderbolt, it's 1 or 2 of those per fight. And we're not taking as much damage. Now, either way you look at it, we're probably going to be taking damage unless that level up gave us just enough to push ahead. Let's see. Yeah, no. Nearly. It gave us an additional 5 damage. I would like a little bit more. You won't be able to see it because it's on the back of his head, but he does have a small ponytail. I need to probably sit down and flesh out some NPCs at some point. I've got a Wood Elf settlement that the players are traveling to. I gotta do that. I gotta establish a couple more Dark Elf NPCs that the players are likely going to run into, as they had stolen an artifact from the group's paladin. A very powerful artifact, mind. I probably have to go and flesh out some cultists. I've always got to flesh out cultist characters. I'm not going to go in depth and like flesh out NPCs that are meant to be murked, but like important NPCs that can actually give my D&D players a solid understanding of the world and You know, something social to deal with. Because social problems are important in any tabletop role-playing game. The Castlevania kind of Belmont. We love Castlevania here. I still need to sit down and watch the rest of the anime, but currently I'm watching Naruto Shippuden. And my only roadblock is that I want to watch the Road to Ninja movie because I watched the prologue in the series. But I don't want to spend the $4 right now to rent that. Even though it'd probably be worth it. I'm trying real hard to save right now. Because, I don't know, this is more so a me problem. I don't know if other people are like this, but, like, I feel like once I start spending money, I'm going to be tempted to spend more. Like, oh, it's just $4. And then, you know, time moves on. It's like, oh, it's just $5 for this. Oh, it's just 10. 15. Oh, it's fine. It's just 20. You know, that's how I got into my situation that I'm in right now. So I'm just trying to unfuck that situation to use as much coarse language as I can. Can I handle the Pheromon? Not yet. I'm definitely gonna say one more level, which is gonna happen sooner than later. How it feels to want to watch something in chronological order of the timeline. Exactly. And I mean, it's filler. And the movie is also filler. Like, it's non-canon. But I had seen the episode, and it's just like, alright. I don't want to move on. Otherwise, all of that information is going to probably just float off into nowhere land. And I don't like that. That doesn't feel good from the watcher perspective. Okay, we got our level 9. So here's what I'm going to do. I got 9 minutes. I think I can squeak in training and Pheromon. And then from there, yeah, I'm going to have to save it and then we'll raid out. You did your first ever raid on Tuesday. Nice, keep it up. It is so important to raid as a streamer because not only does it help you kind of network a little bit, but it's also handy to just give your viewers to somebody else. It is probably the most important thing to do after you're done streaming because, like, if you do have 1 or 2 or 100, 200, you know, you keep that train going and you're helping out the other streamer. You're kind of helping yourself a little bit by talking to them, socializing a little bit. And it's just kind of the cyclic nature of how Twitch works. Oh, you can actually raid by phone now. Nice. I know that you stream on your phone, a lot of phone games, because that is basically what is available to you. But it's good that you're streaming more. That is good. I haven't been able to hop in because, you know, the busyness life. Going to the gym almost every other day now, so that does feel good. I am actually down a couple of pounds. I started at 257, I'm down to 248 now, and that feels really nice. I try to weigh myself every morning, and it fluctuates between water weight and how much you did eat, either that day or the previous day. I will say, over the weekend, I was very bad, and I had multiple sugary drinks. I had a soda, and that probably caused my weight to go back up from, I think my lowest last week was 248. I went back up to 252.5. I was like, okay, yeah, I understand the effects of soda on my body and my weight. And if I'm going to try to lose, I can't be drinking that every day. But it's probably a good idea to make Sundays my cheat day, which is kind of what I'm going for. If I do overeat or drink on Sundays, I can correct that throughout the week by going to the gym. Even though I didn't go to the gym today, that is also okay. Because I'm going to make that up during my work hours by actually walking around the block a couple of times and getting a couple miles in. So at the end of the day, it works out, and so do I. You got Terraria Mobile, tried it, and it works for the full hour. Nice. I've got Terraria Mobile as well. I got it because, say I'm on, like, the train on the way to somewhere, or, like, on a plane, or even in a car ride where I am not driving. I can just boot up Terraria Mobile, or even Minecraft Mobile. I think those are the only two important mobile games I have besides AFK Arena. God. My advice to anybody out there who wants to play any sort of gacha game like AFK Arena or even Dragon Ball Z Dokkan Battle, don't. It sucks way too much time for a gameplay loop that is hardly ever satisfying. The only satisfaction I get is seeing my numbers go up with the characters I'm trying to build. And even then, why am I not satisfied whenever I see Renamon's numbers go up? That brings me true satisfaction. See? Talking positive does help your Digimon when you train them. Let's go! 229 speed? That is amazing. We're going into Pheromon with the capability to block almost every attack. Renamon is sped. Look at her go. I also love her running animation. God, the sprite work in this game is amazing, and I really hope that if they do remake this game, the sprite work stays. You can update the battle graphics. I don't care about that. Like, yeah, make it up to modern standards. Overhaul the battle system maybe a little bit. But keep the overworld that is pre-rendered and pixelated. That looks so nice. Because you don't get games with that much charm these days. And it sucks. It really does. So yeah, even though I've got 4 minutes left, I am going to heal at the end, and we are going to attempt Pheromon before I do raid out. And that is because I can kind of squeak in a little bit of time. I can kind of do that and get away with it. I can't do like an extra 10, 20, 30 minutes, but, you know, an extra 5 going over, that's okay. That's okay. We've got 673 HP, which is pretty good. I don't know about you. I'm feeling pretty confident with this fight. I'd feel a little bit more confident if we stopped running into ambushes here. Dimitri Belmont is also your backup character for Cryptic if Gunther ever dies. That is totally understandable as well. It's a good idea to have backup characters. I actually need to have a backup BBEG for D&D. Because if my current BBEG dies, if you're unfamiliar with the term, BBEG is Big Bad Evil Guy. It's basically the big boss of the campaign. You don't want him to just die, get murked, and it's like, I've got nothing left. Congratulations, you solved the plot. You know, I gotta have those contingencies should something happen. Because my players are pretty strong. I buffed them up with some items and some other abilities that they've gotten from outside sources. Right back to the UK after you're done with your revenge mission, then you can claim the Gunther is allowed to die. I will say, at any point, a character can possibly die in D&D. That is how the game goes. Let me see, I got 2 minutes here. Man, I really do want to get to Pheromon. It'll probably take me 2 just to get to him, 2 to battle him, and then like 3 just to get back. I think I'm gonna stop right here and raid out. We can do Pheromon next time. I just don't want to risk it with work coming on upon me. I was talking about it as gonna be like, oh yeah, it's okay, but in actual reality, it's not okay. It's not okay. I made it to level 13 with the last Renamon run. And then we promptly died, probably because... No, it might not have been Mamemon. It might have been something else. Could have been like a Woodmon or something. I don't know. because that's his personal quest. He could very well fail on his personal quest. You never know. Alright, well, we played an hour and 7 minutes of Digimon World 3, which is not bad. We made a lot of progress. But unfortunately, it is time to raid out. First of all, I really appreciate all of the follows today. I appreciate the raid so much. Y'all are awesome. Y'all are super awesome. If you want to come and hang out in the Discord, the link is right there. That's where I do most of my offline talking. Besides that, I'm going to be posting the clips to the YouTube channel for this run and all of the relevant things that happen with that. If the run is successful, I hope so. That is there. And if you want to support the channel in any way, we do have a merch website as well. All of the proceeds will go right back into the channel. Otherwise, if it has my dog Finn's face on it, and you happen to snag that merch, those proceeds will go towards my local animal shelter. But yeah, that is going to be the stream for me today. I appreciate you guys for coming and hanging out. I gotta make sure I clock in. That would be quite bad if I didn't. Let's go and raid out. Let's see if, because I usually raid into Digital Hazard on these days. He should be online. If not, let me see who is on. I see a Diclonius who's on. There's a Dr. Adrius who's on. There's a Lunar Buho who's also online. I don't see the Digital Hazard. He might be starting a little bit later. So, I think we find another Digimon channel who might be on. Oh, he just started. Okay, actually, that's perfect. That's perfect. Let's go right into him. The Digital Hazard. This is probably the hardest thing about streaming, in my opinion, is rating. Rating is so hard. Oh, man. Why isn't it working? Let me refresh my page. Snoot boop. Boop the snoot. Snoot the boop. Here we go. Let's go give Digital Hazard a raid. He is starting soon, so this will be perfect. We can offload all of our fun vibes over to him, and we can go ahead and say a farewell. I'll catch you guys on the flippity flop. Peace out.